The hidden damage of stress. Stress is something we all live with. Deadlines, pressure, expectations, uncertainty. Most people think stress is just a feeling, something temporary, something that goes away after rest. But what if stress is doing something far more dangerous? What if stress is physically changing your brain? Not metaphorically, not emotionally, but biologically. Today, we're going to talk about a small but powerful part of the brain called the hippocampus, and how chronic stress slowly causes it to shrink. This is the reason stress affects your memory, focus, emotions, and even your personality. And the scariest part? Most people don't realize it's happening. What is the hippocampus? The hippocampus is a small, curved structure deep inside the brain. Its name comes from the Greek word for hippocamp, because that's what it looks like. Despite its size, the hippocampus plays a massive role in your life. It is responsible for forming new memories, helping you learn new information, regulating emotions, deciding what is safe and what is dangerous. Every time you remember a conversation, learn a skill, or calm yourself during a stressful moment, your hippocampus is working in the background. A healthy hippocampus allows you to think clearly, control emotional reactions, separate real threats from imagined ones. But this system is fragile, and long-term stress targets it first. What happens in the brain during stress? When your brain detects stress, your body releases a hormone called cortisol. In small amounts, cortisol is helpful. It sharpens focus, increases energy, helps you react quickly to danger. This response evolved to protect us. But modern stress is different. Your brain doesn't know the difference between a wild animal attacking you, a toxic job, constant financial pressure, emotional insecurity. So cortisol stays high, not for minutes, but for weeks, months, sometimes years. And this is where the damage begins. Cortisol versus the hippocampus. The hippocampus is extremely sensitive to cortisol. When cortisol remains elevated, neurons in the hippocampus stop growing. Existing connections weaken. Brain cells become damaged. Neurogenesis, new neuron creation, slows. Over time, the hippocampus literally shrinks in volume. Brain scans of people under chronic stress show smaller hippocampal size, reduced memory performance, poor emotional regulation. This is not theory. This is measurable biology. Stress doesn't just affect how you feel, it affects what your brain becomes. Why memory fails under stress? Have you noticed that under stress, you forget names, you struggle to concentrate, simple tasks feel overwhelming? That's hippocampal impairment. When the hippocampus shrinks, new memories are harder to form. Old memories become harder to retrieve. Learning speed decreases. This is why students under extreme pressure often perform worse, even when they study more. Stress blocks the very brain system needed to succeed. Stress, fear, and emotional overreaction. The hippocampus works closely with another brain region, the amygdala, the fear center. Normally, the hippocampus says, "This situation is safe." The amygdala calms down. But when the hippocampus weakens, the amygdala becomes overactive. Fear responses increase. Anxiety intensifies. This is why chronic stress leads to overthinking, irrational fear, emotional sensitivity, panic responses. Your brain slowly shifts into survival mode. Stress and depression. One of the strongest links between stress and depression lies in the hippocampus. Studies show that people with major depression often have reduced hippocampal volume, lower neurogenesis, high cortisol levels. Depression isn't just sadness. It's a brain state where growth is suppressed. The brain stops adapting. and stress is one of the biggest triggers. Is the damage permanent? Here's the hopeful part. The hippocampus is one of the few brain areas capable of regeneration. This means new neurons can grow, connections can strengthen, volume can partially recover, but only if stress is reduced. Without intervention, the damage continues. With the right conditions, the brain can heal. What actually helps the hippocampus recover? 1. Sleep. Deep sleep reduces cortisol and supports neuron repair. 2. Exercise. Physical activity directly stimulates hippocampal growth. 3. Mindfulness and meditation. They lower cortisol and calm the fear response. 4. Learning new skills. Novel experiences stimulate neurogenesis. 5. Social safety. Supportive relationships protect the hippocampus from stress damage. Healing isn't instant, but it is possible. Section 9. The silent warning. Stress doesn't scream. It whispers. It slowly changes how you think, what you remember, how you react, who you become. By the time people notice, the damage is already deep. Understanding this isn't about fear. It's about awareness, because what you protect today determines how your brain functions tomorrow. Final thought. Your brain is not weak. It is adaptive. But adaptation works both ways. Chronic stress trains your brain to survive. Peace trains it to grow. Choose carefully what you normalize.